Psychology on Bettering Body Image. The Positive Psychology podcast by Christian Sternfeet emphasizes that body image is important in today's society, and the pressure to conform to unrealistic beauty standards can lead to self-hatred. A positive approach to body image is needed, which involves accepting and appreciating the body, setting realistic goals for self-improvement, and cultivating self-compassion, resilience, and gratitude through positive psychology. By adopting this approach, individuals can break free from the harmful self-criticism and comparisons and enhance their overall well-being and satisfaction with their body and life. The podcast also emphasizes the importance of being kind to oneself, also finding pleasure in our bodies through activities like music, exercise, and social interactions, and also avoiding discussions about body image. It suggests that we should focus on individual perspectives and not compare ourselves to societal beauty standards. Overall, it encourages us to accept our body and treat ourselves with kindness and compassion. I chose this topic for 3 different reasons. The first was to aid in a better body image with realistic goals. The second was to better my mental health and have a positive attitude towards my overall well-being. The third was to learn to accept and appreciate my body and also develop greater self-compassion and self-esteem. I chose to discuss this topic because body image has always been a personal struggle for me throughout my life. Comparing myself to others has always been a source of anxiety and discomfort. This negative pattern of thinking has led me to believe that being thin is the only way to be actually attractive. But this podcast helped me challenge that belief and let go of the idea that my worth is also tied to my appearance. It also made me realize that positive psychology can play a huge role in cultivating a positive body image. By focusing on building positive emotions, attitudes, and behaviors, we can learn to accept and appreciate our bodies just the way they are. I learned that it's not just about conforming to society's unrealistic beauty standards, but rather embracing our unique qualities and celebrating our own individuality. The podcast gave me a new perspective on body image, one that is more accepting and empowering, and I feel more confident and content in my own skin as a result. So I did find some new, interesting, surprising ideas from this podcast. The podcast is very honest and explains that body image does matter and introduces a new approach to positive body image. An idea that I found interesting was body neutrality. Body neutrality is an alternative to the confusing and often misrepresentative idea of body positivity. Instead of constantly trying to love or change our body neutrality suggests that we acknowledge our body's wonder without placing too much importance on it. I find this interesting because it is the most realistic approach to better body positivity, and it is something that can actually be done. Most of the time we hear that we must love ourselves, but it is much harder said than actually done. This approach helps us love ourselves within and appreciate what our body can do. For instance, instead of criticizing ourselves for not having the perfect body, shape, or size, we can appreciate the ways in which our body allows us to do the things we actually love, such as going for a run or playing a sport. Something that I thought about differently after listening to this podcast video, I realized that having a defense mechanism against negative body image means taking control of our thoughts and surroundings. Positive body image is achievable with the right mindset and tools. We should identify harmful thought patterns like thinking that eating is bad or that eating cake is bad, and be aware of people in our lives who make us feel bad about ourselves. By doing so, we can protect ourselves from harm, like unfollowing negative social media accounts or setting boundaries in our relationships. Having a strong defense mechanism can save us from pain and help us appreciate ourselves just as we are. This perspective also helped me think differently about the importance of developing a strong defense against negative body image. As our own protectors, it is crucial to recognize and combat harmful thoughts that hinder our progress towards a better body image. By doing so, we can empower ourselves to embrace our bodies and feel confident in our own skin. One question I still had was that why do we still have beauty standards and what causes us to perceive it differently? So I found an article, Perception and Deception, Human Beauty and the Brain, is an article written by Daniel B. Yarash that talks about how we see beauty. Beauty is not just about how someone looks, but also other things like how symmetrical their face is. Beauty standards also are shaped by a combination of cultural and biological factors. In terms of biology, our brain is wired to find certain features attractive. These features can often be seen as indicators of good health and fertility, making them desirable to potential mates. I think this was not explained in the podcast because the reasons behind why we have beauty standards are complex and multi-faced. Understanding the factors that influence our perceptions of beauty can help us challenge and redefine these standards to be more inclusive and accepting of diverse body types and appearances. This source is a reputable source because it provides various scientific articles that have been reviewed and approved by experts. The article is written by researchers from different universities and it has been cited multiple times by other trustworthy sources. The source is labeled below. How positive body image impacts our future careers. Positive body image is important in all aspects of life, especially in our future careers. Having a positive body image has a direct correlation to achieving our career goals. When we look good, we feel good. As someone who wants a career in public health, it is important to promote positive body image. This is crucial in my specific career because it can lead to better self-care behaviors, reduce the risk of chronic diseases and mental health issues, and create a more inclusive and accepting environment. The end. Thank you.